Radio.
Somewhere in the dark tunnels beneath the earth was the World Tree, the wellspring of life. Tarnum had to find it before the insane ancestor Vor and his minions, the necromancers, destroyed it. But how does one kill a god?
Hello and welcome everyone, this is Blackadder's Place, welcome to Thursday's stream. And yeah, well, in the end I decided that I really do feel like playing more Heroes of Might and Magic 3. So you're gonna be continuing with the Might and Magic story mode run for Erathia and Enroth, and the next game in line after Masters of the Elements that we have finished last week, well, it's going to be the World 3. So I'm kinda guessing we're gonna be playing with Rangers, so definitely will be liking to go for the Rampart. That's usually my favorite one to go for in any kind of gameplay. I really like to be playing it, and the music is nice and such. And yeah, well, let's see. Apparently it's going to be Tarnum again. Seems like that all the Heroes Chronicles are all about him. Music is setting up the whole history, so it's almost like he was some kind of creator of it all, pretty much. And let's see what his story is going to be this time. Well, okay, so in this campaign we're gonna be having only 5 missions. In all the previous ones we were having 8. This is going to be a shorter one. We're gonna be starting on a small map. So the World 3. Tarnum is drawn to a distant region to save the World 3, that which gives life to all living things from the necromancers. But a far more dangerous enemy waits for the immortal hero, an enemy he has no chance of defeating. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, to save the World 3 from the necromancers. I was just kind of looking at the sentence in there. Took a bit to register what it actually means in there. Alright, and the first then is the distant cry. Tarnum must defeat all necropolis towns in the area. Yeah, it's gonna be annoying with all that shroud of darkness they're gonna be having all the time. If Tarnum loses a battle, then the entire campaign is lost, for it is he that everyone relies on. Heroes are limited to level 8, but Tarnum and his 2 best heroes will transfer over. So yeah, basically 2 heroes you're gonna be able to keep with us. And going forward, and he can be either getting 20 wood or 20 hobgoblins. Now probably gonna be getting the army to start with.
Tarnum traveled alone, drawn to a distant, sparsely populated region to save something called the World Tree. He didn't know what it was, or even what threatened it, yet he felt he was the only one who could help.
Alright. And since we are getting goblins, it almost seems like we're not gonna be playing Rampart as I expected. So yeah, it's going to be Indian Stronghold again. So save the World 3. It was like a scream inside my head, startling me from my sleep. I would have dismissed the cry as part of a nightmare, except I felt compelled to travel to the northeast. Who but the ancestors could give me such a message? But they usually call me before them when they assign me a task. Why would they give me such an obscure command? Well, nonetheless, I followed the feeling inside me and rode hundreds of miles to the northeast, where I joined the remnants of a barbarian tribe. These people have lived here for countless generations, guarding the secret caves in the surrounding mountain, even though they didn't know why. Then the necromancers came, defeated them, and entered the caves. No one has seen the necromancers since. I guess I have been summoned to this place to battle the necromancers, so I've entered the caves as well. Alright then, so I'm probably gonna be getting fortresses like for the whole duration of the campaign. That's a neat start with Birdie side of the bed here. Don't mind if I do. And buy pretty much all of it. And what kind of heroes do we have here? Yok, with Cyclopses, Ballistics and Offense. Oh well, the specialty in Cyclopses, I mean, like, it's nice, but a lot of these campaigns I actually played before I reached the later stages of the towns. We can maybe like something a bit different, and this is not bad. Resistance and Wisdom. Specialty onto gems, well, we're not gonna be needing gems too much. So I kinda guess you're gonna be waiting for like the next week or some such. Ahead, you spot the scene of an old battle. The skeletal remains of fallen soldiers litter the ground, and a foul stench wafts towards you. But wait, one of them moves. It stands brandishing a sword much in need of a polish. Then another stands and another. This is a trap. 24. Probably gonna be fairly simple. Ah, yeah, forgot that I didn't correctly. The animation speed is going to be up, otherwise you don't need anything here. It's a new game. Every Chronicle is basically a new game. I need to be setting up anew, so I remember to be correcting the sounds so that it doesn't basically deaf us, as one of the games previous did. No, we don't have any kind of spell, obviously. And I guess you might be already starting with the attack. I mean, like, hobgoblins are one of the better units here. No, archery I kinda don't need all that much. Probably much like in different kinds of things. Like hopefully logistics, pathfinding, wisdom, earth magic, all kinds of standard things. Nah, the goblins are gonna be closing the battle here. Alright. Okay, so this is gonna be just a corner and a bit of a gold all the way to the top. So is there a... yeah, there is an upside. They apparently are going to be having a bit of movement up, and we can even get Behemoth Lair. It's a lot of money. But I'm kinda liking it. Let's do it. Even the standard behemoths are rather good, especially in the early stages here. One of my scouts witnesses a strange battle yesterday. He hid in the shadows as two necromancers fought. They sent their armies of skeletons and zombies at each other for more than an hour, and when it was over, only one of the necromancers walked away. Apparently, my enemy fights among themselves. All the better for me. With a little luck, they'll kill each other off before I have to risk the lives of my own men. Well, usually it's better. The longer they fight, the better. Classic divide and conquer from Caesar. As they're gonna be depleting their own resources. There has been no sign of the necromancers in this area, but we suspect their entrench in the tunnels below. The necromancers probably expected someone to follow them into these tunnels. Hence, they were more thorough in their destruction of the things living in these tunnels. Food is scarce, I've been forced to ration our meals, and I've placed a heavy guard on the wagons that carry supplies from the surface. If my supply line should ever be cut off, we will all starve. Your horse stops, catching the distant sounds a moment before you do, moaning. A shiver runs down your back, but you continue. Yeah, those wraiths there. No, we don't need that yet. Get experience. Pathfinding, thank you very much. We have offense, pathfinding, so what kind of plan do we have? I'll be like in defense potentially, maybe even magic resistance, but wisdom, earth magic, logistics, something, maybe air magic. Air magic is usually quite useful. Because I'm kind of hoping there's still gonna be at least a bit to use. Well, maybe before I actually go there, we could be getting back and getting the behemoths. So that we don't have all that many losses in the early stages. At day 5. Let's kind of gather a few resources around here, if we can. Is it earth magic? Yes. Giving me all that I want so far. Great, great, great. Now are you going to be giving me attack skill? I'm kinda glad that it's not any kind of skill that I wouldn't want all that much. Citadel? I'm kinda thinking rather actually Town Hall. You don't exactly need all that many units now, you need just a bit more money, we have spent a lot. I spent really a lot and I want to upgrade Griffness absolutely certainly because it's gonna be allowing us to be playing first. Because of their movement. Still, the ancestors are quiet. Know the words since I was awakened by the words, save the world tree. I'm still not sure if I'm on the correct path. I seem to remember a story from my youth about the world tree. According to barbarian legend, the world was created when a pine cone fell from the world tree. All life sprang from its fruit and still does. But how can I save the world tree if I don't know where it is? Well, perhaps that is what I should be doing. Looking for the world tree instead of fighting these blasted undead. Probably let's get the mage guild so that we get at least some basic spells next turn. I'm having a problem with the money here. No. Probably gonna be saving the 500 here. Behemoths, I'm rather gonna be buying at least one of the birdies here. We have having 22 mercury. We don't need mercury for anything. But we will be having to buy marketplace, so screw that and let's buy the spellbook. 4 birdies, that's gonna be good enough against those shambling dudes. Already having 6 attack skills, you're gonna be rather fine on that with offense on top of that. Nice. This is not so nice, but yeah, can probably dispel him Bloodlust. So probably like even like let's do Bloodlust on him. Okay, this is gonna be they're probably gonna be coming for the hobgoblins. First and foremost, I expect. Yes, I'm gonna be falling for the effort. .36, he's still fine. Nice. What kind of level we can actually go for? 8. Well, you cannot get in there. 5, so I'm kinda already looking at potentially doing battles with other heroes. Oh, gold mine, yes, yes, gimme, gimme, gimme! Give me as soon as possible. Okay, I'll go to the bottom first. You wouldn't be able to get there anyway this turn. Until mine. So it was alright, and well, marketplace then. What kind of hero do we have right now? Ogres, basic wisdom and leadership. Well, that's not great. This though. Ballista is pretty cool. With artillery. I'm kinda liking Gurnison. You can see even the attack skill is huge. Yeah, we're gonna be buying Gurnison next turn. It's gonna be a good lieutenant. Mana draining, goddammit. It's not great. In which case we need to be casting first. They drain 1. I think they drain like 1 mana. It will be basically 4 mana drained. Or I don't know how much. You're gonna be seen, I guess, soon. So 30. I'll probably rather do actually Bloodlust here. Yeah, basically drained all 3 spell points at 1 hit, yeah. That was nasty. Okay, so let's attack. Birdie's gonna be killing the first ones all the way to the top. Now next ones. So gold, gold, and even more gold. Nice. And we wanted to buy Turnisson. So that's gonna be one of our lieutenants. I'm still gonna be having a room for second one to level up. No, probably gonna be saving money a bit for the time being. Basic armor, yeah, it's a pretty nice one for a fighter. I summoned 5 runners to my tent for a special task. I have made a list of the 5 wisest shaman in the area. I want you to deliver these letters to each of them, and I want you to let them know the names of the other wise men who received the same letter, I said. One of the runners seemed confused. He said, "You want us to give the same message to 5 different shaman? Why?" "Because that way they'll know they're competing with each other, with the others. And they'll work harder. Deliver them quickly." Yeah, well, quite nice business thinking in there. Basic wisdom, thank you. One extra spell power, alright. Kinda right now thinking if maybe those colors I could be keeping them away, because they can be also giving you skill. And I don't necessarily want to be screwing the Tarnum all that much with skills I don't want, so maybe it'll be alright to take away the secondary heroes there. I'm out of mana, right? Yeah, I regenerate only 1. Damn it! Not getting any lightning bolts. Don't have to do it in such a stupid way. Blocking the path there, god damn it. Luckily the goblins were having enough movement, and I'm pretty certain that I should be stopping battles with Tarnum. Because we are limited to level 8, and we apparently will be having plenty of learning stones around. Seems like I've already overdone it. No tactics. I usually don't use them too much. I usually prefer other types of skills for the heroes. Even though tactics, for example, in 4 PvP is obviously great, but against a computer, it can be used in different skills. Alright, so it's gonna be good experience right now for this guy. So let's give him some kind of army, especially the birdies. They need to be coming there, and wolfies. Kinda think it should be enough. He's having the good ballista, so it's gonna be also helpful for him, and he can be pretty much going back for some kind of secondary army, I think. No, I don't necessarily think that the secondary hero needs earth magic, especially since he's a fighter. I mean, like, I can certainly imagine him using mass slow, for example. Let's make him a bit different. And if it's gonna be offered later, maybe you're gonna be taking it anyway as well. But for the time being, it's not all that necessary. Yeah, out of spell points. As you'd be expecting. Nice. No, welcome is threat. Exactly on time for us to be coming back, apparently. Okay, lots of zombies, and all the way to the bottom. Now we definitely need to be coming back into the town. He shouldn't be having any kind of movement enough for us. It seems unlikely. Let's buy Citadel, and with you, well, can we like go through the zombies? That's gonna be the hero. Slightly makes me worried, but he ran away quite quickly. Let's see. Nothing's gonna happen. Let's probably attack. Oh, he actually did not activate power. That's great. I was thinking if he actually activated the curse, that I could be just going back. No, he did. So that I don't exactly waste all that many hit points and potentially even lives. But at this point, since they have already been reduced rather well, I can even continue attacking, it's gonna be fine. Ah, Bidomir has only a few of those. Okay, it's fine. All 5 of the shamans say they will help, although all of them warned me against trusting their peers. Even better, none of them asked for compensation. They're going to divulge their wisdom simply for the opportunity to prove that they are the wisest. So, I sent my runners back to the shaman with 2 questions. What is the World Tree, and where can I find it? Okay, so Bidomir is gonna die. There's a secondary hero as well in there. No, well, she's gonna die. She's gonna cast a spell, probably. Unless we get lucky. Yeah, it kinda sucks, but... not much we can do. So she's gone, and Isra. That's a fighter, so therefore not any kind of significant spell. Several pack, few... I can actually thinking that those 4 Thunderbirds are gonna be strong enough for this. Worst case scenario, we just run. Yeah, he even doesn't have any kind of spell points. And we have the ballista and everything, so I think it would be pretty much fine. Nothing bad can happen to us, really. Thank you. Pleasure doing business with you. Wisdom is always useful. We at least having first level of every spell. So I'm gonna be certainly taking that, but we could be... well, we need to be going down. What kind of secondary hero right now we're gonna be getting? Corellian. No. Nope. Nip, nip, nip. Not interested. But what we could want to do is buy a few more wordies. That we have at least some kind of army, and I don't necessarily want to fight with you, because yet again there are gonna be plenty of stones and stuff like that. But for example, getting this mine is something that we want. He's already really up on through experience. Let's kind of play it optimally. Let's go with that, let's go all around. Yeah, you can see those learning stones all around here. And where does this lead? To the Red Town. Well, hello. Okay, Red Town hits, not shooting, so that is kinda nice. Yeah, he does have the Shroud of Darkness. One hell of an annoying thing. And we are fully leveled, so yeah, there's no reason for him to fight. Four birds going to be enough. Well, yet again, he's not shooting, so I kinda guess you might give it a try. Doesn't even have a hero here, so great. That's gonna be, in the end, really simple. No, and he's also right about now having top experience, so it seems like it's not gonna matter all that much. He can be carrying only 2 heroes, right? 2 best heroes. There's gonna be one, and you're gonna be waiting for leveling up another one, but with all of the learning stones, it's really not gonna be all that difficult, but there is a town here. It's probably gonna be having Shroud of Darkness as well. Tamika not all that weak. And you can buy tent. That's kind of it. Why do you consort with witches? Grumba asked as we marched. Grumba was my second in command. He was a powerful ogre, respected by the others for his combat prowess, but I chose him because he didn't seem too ambitious. Grumba was unlikely to attempt to challenge me for leadership of the army. What witches? I said. You know, the shaman types. They are spellcasters, not to be trusted, I say. My sire went to one once to cure a rash, and he died 2 days later. Ogre? Against mages? With the improved version of them being ogre mages? Interesting. I need a shaman to answer some questions for me. Besides, they're not so bad as long as you keep them at a distance, I said. Grumba laughed at a deep hollow sound. Far distance, like in Emerald Land. So basically go in here only so that you can get the skill checks. Okay, we don't even need that one obviously, and then later so that you can get all the spells from Dark Eternal. 3000, still need a bit more. No, well, since Gurnison is also finished, you can probably right about now just give the army to Tarnum. And be done with him. There's been only one here. Let's gonna leave Gurnison here in this town then. Let's buy capital. A Cyclops cave for a lot of crystals. Okay, can I exactly buy anything here? So I guess you can just buy something random, as we will want to be finishing with all the towns anyway. One of my runners returned with a letter from one of the shaman. It reads, "The world tree is that which brings life to all things. We barbarians are the only ones who have seen it. The world tree is not for the eyes of the faint of heart, such as those Erathians. It is said that if one wants to find the world tree, you must walk toward the rising sun until you get to the horizon. There, you build a boat and sail off the edge of the world, and you will find the world tree supporting the earth itself." I put the letter down and said, I do not think the ancestors intended for me to sail off the edge of the world. Yeah, we also kinda thinking so. I can be building a lot of things. I'm kinda thinking that like extra ballista would be useful. Still the same. I mean, like, are we limited on what kind of heroes you can be getting? Because we are getting this the same as we did in the last week. I mean, like, Saruk is not exactly useful with the gems. It's not a great skill. I mean, like, otherwise Wisdom and Resistance is cool. I could be probably using at least one spellcaster. The gems are obviously right about now here for the ogres, but otherwise you really don't need them at all. I'm probably gonna wait another week and see if maybe we get some kind of other offer. Tamika. She's having specialty on Death Knights, if I remember correctly. And having 10 of those, yeah, we're fine. Maybe gonna be slightly costly. Oh, it doesn't have spell points. You have at least a few. Having 10. I mean, can be doing only one cure, so kind of thinking combination of magic hero and cure could be something. So I'll be probably wanting to use that to help them out. He doesn't have high skills there all that much. It's gonna be this one attacking. Should be surviving the damage. We don't have that high defense skill though. So let's do magic arrow. No. It's gonna be probably fine. It's not. It's not. There's a bit more damage in there. So I think should be doing at least this. Okay, and right about now you probably need to be attacking them. It should be far away enough that those walking that are not gonna be attacking. Let's see. Well, in the end, maybe even Bloodlust will be enough here. I think I want to start this yet. Yes, the ball definitely helped. Okay, so that went rather smoothly. That was kinda nice. Dante's gonna be dying as well. He's gonna be the casting a spell, unfortunately. The other shaman had similar explanations about the identity of the World Tree, but none of them seem to know for sure where it is. They don't even agree on what it looks like, except that it is very, very large. Is the World Tree simply a story that has been passed down for ages? No, the ancestors would have called upon The ancestors wouldn't have called upon me if it wasn't real, and the world tree must be nearby because I no longer feel as if I'm being drawn somewhere. Hey Mysis, welcome to today's stream. You're gonna be in the mind of a few Heroes of Might and Magic hours, maybe at least minutes. Well, welcome then. It's gonna be fairly simple, not gonna be shooting either, and we are having 3 opponents here, right? Yeah, so we can be still killing this without the mission ending prematurely. Well, you registered the same way as you were registering Sisse for the Hybrid Club. The same way. I don't know who was doing it for you, if it was you or somebody else, but if you need an account for the forum, I don't know if you have one, then just go into the RTS League forums and all the way to the top, beyond the banner, below the banner, there is information how to get it. Just need to be sending us an email. Use some secondary one or something that is still active, that's preferred, and let us know the nick and we create it for you. He did get, in the end, the Citadel right before, but it shouldn't be that much of a problem. But green is gone. It's gonna be another in line. And we can be probably staying here for the spell points. Okay, so finally we get different... Oh, nice. Dessa. Now we're talking. These are better heroes, both of them. Even though the basic scouting is not entirely all that great for single player, the rock specialty is pretty cool. And much more importantly, though, right about now, Dessa with logistics, and he is also a spellcaster. And that's gonna be our third hero. So welcome to the party. And we're gonna be getting... Oh, there's even Oris with Eagle Eye. Yeah, well, poor hero. Not entirely a skill that you want at all. Or even specialty. But you can be getting a bit of army. You're gonna be getting, of course, all the birdies for you. And that might be kind of legitimately enough, even. Let's buy him even those. It's gonna be good enough. Let's start collecting experience. And do some battles on top of that. There's gonna be another portal into the teal guy, so we don't need to necessarily go there yet. This morning, Grumba returned from answering the call of nature with a scrawny man tucked under one arm. The ogre dropped the black-clad man unceremoniously in front of me. "Look what I found," Grumba said. The small man's pale features and ragged garments gave him away. He was either a necromancer or more likely a necromancer's apprentice, and I could tell by his expression that it wouldn't take much to get the prisoner to talk. Maybe arm of Grumba, I said. Even before Grumba could reach out for the apprentice, the small man jumped up and shouted, "No! I'll tell you anything." Unfortunately, the apprentice didn't know much. As I feared, the necromancers came to these tunnels to destroy the world tree. The undead despise all living things. What better way to strike at the living than to destroy that which gave life to the world? The apprentice knew very little about troop numbers or strategies. He didn't even know where the world tree was, except that it was deeper underground. Now, at least, I know I must stop the necromancers. Actually, kind of fairly interesting here, like the thought of necromancers hating living things. Because without living things, the necromancers wouldn't be getting any kind of new army or anything like that. So, I actually kind of think it's not entirely all that true that they... I mean, like, yeah, they kind of hate it, but if living stopped being a thing, then undead would be kind of stopping to be a thing as well in time. They don't even want to fight anymore. Okay, so there are plenty of things. Some artifact. Astil is already going forward with Isra. So you need to be coming outside. And also start collecting a few remaining skill checks here. Yeah, okay, my sis. I'm gonna be getting to it later. And create you an account then. Basic earth magic, certainly for you. I mean, like, do you even need such a huge army here? Probably gonna be doing a few battles, but I'm kind of thinking that even through all the learning stones, you can be getting to level 8 easily. So, let's gonna give a bit of army to Tarnum next turn. Okay, so let's get all of these. Then... No, well, you don't exactly need all that many birdies. I'm thinking, what kind of army does he have? That's weak, weak, weak. Yeah, it's gonna be enough. Don't even need to bother with him too much. Considering that we are having only one mines of everything, it's gonna be taking quite a bit of time before we finish those two towns to full. So I'm kinda guessing that Mr. Teal is gonna be staying here for a bit. The familiar awful moaning that echoes endlessly through these tunnels gets louder and louder as you follow this path. Finally, out of the darkness stumbled the source of the sound. Zombies. You're too close to avoid them, so you lift your sword looking forward to ending that horrible noise. Yeah, at this point we are having quite a high level on the attack. And the bonus into offense is pretty cool as well. Nope, you're not getting away with this. Really? You really do? You really do think that this is a good idea for you? Especially since you're not spellcaster and you even have any kind of, right about now, spell points? No. Somebody's brave here. No need to be wasting the damage on the wraiths, because exactly they're gonna be dying out of retaliation. Those cannot reach, so right now we should be having clear shot. Ah, almost. Well, that was brave of you, but pretty stupid, so thank you for the skull helmet. It's kind of funny, skull helmet on a skeleton. Yeah, it's kind of superfluous, isn't it? And he's having the last one. Star Axis. Okay, right now we're gonna be basically just camping in front of his town so that he doesn't go anywhere and it's not annoying. Before we basically level up everything properly. No? Well, he's having specialty in logistics, so pathfinding only makes sense for him. He's gonna be having quite solid movement all around. For spellcaster intelligence, yes, thank you very much. Double spell points are always great. And yeah, he's just gonna be camping there. He's having a castle already, so he's gonna be slightly annoying, but still Tarnum is gonna be well prepared for him if he decides to be attacking and going out. More XP, we're gonna be having comeback for the spell zero later, I guess. What kind of level are you right now? 6. I'm also kinda halfway thinking that he might have to do the last battle. You're gonna see about it. I'm having a lot of wood. Let's buy a bit of stone. But you can at least continue with some things here. And it also means that this guy... Well, I'm gonna be buying something for him because I'm kinda scared in case somehow the opponent snuck out. So let's buy him what? I don't know, a few Dark Knights probably. Good, yes, at least something. Kinda looking at the artillery, maybe it doesn't have to be all that bad even for the spellcaster, but I would be liking him to be basically just with spells. So like air magic at least, sorcery maybe, maybe leadership. Definitely better options than what you were given so far. There we go. It's feeling brave with the 9 liches in there. That's not gonna be lasting for too long. Especially since he's moving them almost to reach of my trusty birdies. So you're having 6, Cyclops is R6 as well. That's gonna soften them up. Okay, so the towns are gonna be almost getting finished. As far as normal buildings, still do have to finish the the guilds. All the mages, that's gonna be a bit more problematic because of only having literally 1 mine of everything. So you're gonna have to probably buy a lot of it. So defense for you, otherwise you are fully leveled. Therefore Star Axis is the last one. So let's buy a few gems. We can move ahead. Okay, so that's fully finished. Gurnison can be right now heading home. And leadership. I kind of think leadership is actually quite a nice one to be having, even for a spellcaster. It really helps in certain situations, especially if you are gonna be having like the birdies yet again in more campaign missions. And I can certainly imagine the usefulness of it. But since it's right now fully finished, that basically means that Tarnum is gonna be taking the last battle once everything is going to be prepared and ready. But he also needs to be going back, because I don't think... Or was he at home for the Call of Valhalla, or rather Hall of Valhalla? Only I could remember. I think he was. You can always check, you're gonna be having plenty of time for it anyway. He's gonna have to make rounds for spells in the other towns anyway. You can see 7 basic wisdom, so that's level 3. Level 4 for Dessa, and for you also 3. Okay. Let's buy resources. No, well, this is gonna be taking a few turns, and he's gonna be having at least some kind of battles in there from Teal, as he feels a bit belligerent. which is quite fine with us. That's a skill for you. Maybe right now buying the spell book and learning all the spells that you can, at least for the time being, and therefore you can be right now heading into a different town for more spells, but you are apparently blocked. Yep. Third level here. Valhalla is already yours. Okay, so you can stay here for a bit because you need 4th level. You are having already advanced wisdom. You can be staying there, but Gurnison can be going in, learning 3rd level. He's having only basic wisdom himself, and he can be already continue forward into the last town. And he's still gonna be trying it. Well, he's killing like 1 unit per unit, or the per unit he's killing them. But still we have plenty enough. You can see he's basically playing almost identically the AI as he did in the first attempt, in the first battle. But right now he's having a bit better hero. Apparently he got this one we have killed before, so he got him back into rotation. So 4th level for you, Meteor Shower and Berserk. Not bad spells. Yes, certainly something. You have a 2nd level here, so you can probably buy the 3rd already even with money. No, almost. Okay, so 3rd level finished, so therefore you can be right now going back and get a bit of army for Tarnum. Or rather to kind of like replace Tarnum, because Tarnum needs to be checking out, I think he needs to be checking all of those. But he wants to be going back into town just to check on spells, because he certainly doesn't have all of them. No, Plague. Not like it matters too much with the kind of army that the opponent is having. Ah, yes, improved. He's already gonna be having Black Knights. Doesn't make much difference for me. Alright, so what do we buy for you as an army? Probably just gonna guess in the birdies and the cyclopses should be enough. Don't even need the behemoths, I think. And we also need to keep the money for all the other upgrades that we need to be getting. Okay, so guard replacement. Need to be going back, and you probably can be standing just here like this. And with pretty much the same army, because you can see the stats are fairly similar. Yeah, it's gonna be fine. No, first he could be probably going into other towns. And then he's gonna be picking up a bit of army from here so they can then defeat and end the mission. Not entirely hugely great spells that you are given so far. None, and he has actually enough money for dragons right now, and 5 black knights, alright. Well, we have dread knights, but let's gonna see how you deal with this. What kind of spells do we have here? 45, 45, and good old lightning bolt for 85. He doesn't have liches, so he might be using, I don't know, maybe on the black knights, or maybe some buffs rather. You don't have any kind of bless. Well, since you didn't have it in the starting town, given bless in necromantic town would be slightly weird. But in the end, you could be having bless like also from all kinds of evil gods and such stuff like that. So why not? Yeah, right. We are on the cursed grounds, only level 1 for us. Well, therefore, that's making it slightly simpler. Four points of damage, that is a nasty heal. I think I will actually have to move with the Cyclops skin somewhere to the bottom. Seems to me that way. Oh, you are definitely going back. That is for certain. You are having what kind of movement? 7. You are 8, so you're gonna be playing first, that's cool. You don't have slow, unfortunately. We'll probably curse them. Oh well, of course we cannot do that. Nice. That's a literal ton of crystals in that, that's gonna be needed. Okay, so right now having plenty of money and plenty of other resources like stone and wood. So I'm assuming that you could be already buying plenty. Let's buy this for finishing the first town. For Rovener is done. Right now we're gonna be waiting for 10 and 10 of each here, which you can make happen with money as well. It's not gonna be helpful for anybody, but just to have all the towns properly finished. Are you kidding me? Implosion. Could have been having implosion if you're getting some better paths on the 8 levels that we're allowed in this mission. Yeah, well, gonna have to be the next one then. That's a shame. And you are having 2 upgrades into these. Okay, so Dragon Vault is gonna be plenty of mercury needed. Probably do it this way. Okay, you buy birdies and upgrade Cyclopses. Do we even need to buy all of them? Ah, well, why not? You're gonna be having a few groups, because you're gonna be assaulting a castle so that you can potentially get into walls, but we have flyers. So it's not like it matters too much. Okay, let's do it this way. 5th level, so it's gonna be like next turn. No, 4 dragons, 12 those dudes. Those dudes are gonna be a bit problematic. Especially this combination I don't like too much. Up, so it seems like next turn he's gonna be doing it. I mean, like, we could be winning even right now by Gurnison, but I just want to be having, for role-playing purposes, I want it to be Tarnum. Just for funsies. But in this turn, I guess that we can be finishing with this. Oh, let's do it next turn then. Five, it's gonna be 2. That, and right now money. Are they like kind of mocking me? Implosions in both of those, and I cannot get a single one for the next level. Seriously, game. Okay, so the first scenario is gonna be done.